No, after cheating on Papoose for months with the black captain's child, Easy, who is his protege, Remy Ma is out here sending him questionable recordings of herself. She genuinely thought the videos would make him leave Claressa, but he was not impressed, and now it seems Claressa is exposing her for being desperate and attention-seeking. Remy is starting to realize that leaving Papoose was a big mistake, but it's too late. Now, she sends him videos of her pet, but he never asked to watch them. Claressa, you seem so unbothered. Despite her claims that she is not someone to be played with, the real question is why she is trying to win this man back after he moved on with Claressa and what her true intentions are. Now, let's begin. Remy is acting this way because she feels pressured to be everything that Claressa is not and probably never will be. In case you were wondering why, Claressa has won multiple world titles in 5 different weight divisions as a professional boxer. Remy, however, struggled as a rapper and lost ground to Nicki Minaj. She went to jail and then betrayed Papoose with, of all people, easy-to-block captain. When her life was falling apart, remember that Papoose was the only person who supported her. After he had moved on and improved, she was given a harsh reality check and started to spiral, even though she probably expected him to stay and put up with her behavior. It's not surprising, though, that she believed Papoose would always be there for her. He was genuinely her ride or die, even sacrificing his freedom to help her get out of jail. To further show his devotion to her, he married her while she was still incarcerated, and they exchanged vows over the phone. Additionally, he stayed loyal to her and never stepped out of their relationship, despite the fact that she was in prison and he was free to do as he pleased. Thankfully, they only banned him from visiting her for 6 months, but things could have turned out a lot worse if he hadn't had competent attorneys to represent him. After all that, she decided to betray him by seeing one of his close associates. Even people were shocked to see him move on so quickly, especially with someone as famous as Claressa. The unexpected part is that she genuinely thought he would stay by her side and continue to chase after her love. Many assumed he would settle down with someone low-key and humble, but he upgraded far beyond Remy. And when she found out, she lost it. The pinnacle of talent and beauty is Claressa. In contrast to Remy, she is stuck with Easy. If I were her, I'd be upset too. She thought Papoose would find someone beneath her so she could claim that he would never do better. But he did, and she couldn't handle it. She even tried to stir up drama online back in December by sharing screenshots of Papoose and Claressa that she had taken in her home while Papoose was sleeping. While resting in my house, Papoose is sound asleep while speaking with Claressa Shields and he. The moment she heard my voice, she became nervous and hung up, refusing to leave this and become the world boxing champion. I'm telling you everything, sweetheart. There are others out there. If I'm not the only one, why the heck are you tagging me? Claressa asked in response to Remy's comments after realizing she had to clarify the situation. More screenshots of Claressa requesting Papoose to stop mentioning her were then shared by Remy in response, claiming that this was horrible PR for the entire movie she had coming out. To paint me negatively and him as some kind of saint, the PR team has been spreading false narratives about me every day for too long. When I begged Papoose to stop fueling the story, he said that the best course of action was to stay silent. You're so confident that the world will see it, but don't worry, I saw everything. I'm exhausted. Oh, and he said he would never be interested in you because you're not his type. You must be wondering where Papoose was when Remy was trying to drag this woman, right? Instead of spending time with his kids on Christmas Day, he shared receipts on Instagram proving that Remy had been unfaithful with Easy. He said, "This is where Remy was last Christmas when I was at home with my daughter. Now she's upset and dishonest because I've moved on. I told her we could get a divorce like adults, but she refused because I wouldn't lie and say I didn't check Easy." Who cares about the confrontation? Not even one response came from him. #extremely sensitive. This guy was in the fetal position the last time I saw him, and everyone could see it. At Remy Ma, I confronted him, woke him up, and brought him home for 4 days. My daughter couldn't wait to lie about it again after I brought her home with him, as you can see by her shaking my head. Because he was involved with my wife, I didn't confront him. Instead, he shook my hand before making a move on my wife. This disaster was shared on Facebook by Claressa's ex-boyfriend, whom she dumped, who even defended her by threatening to put a hand on Remy when I struck him. Do you all not think I'm insane? It's problematic when the ex-boyfriend defends his ex-girlfriend in a conflict that isn't related to him. After this, Remy seemed to pull away from Papoose and Claressa. That didn't last long because they soon started to show up everywhere together, and Claressa even admitted that she was madly in love with Papoose.
Yeah, that's why I said I love him. I love having his support, you know what I'm saying? His support is like very, very different from what I've had in the past, and how he speaks to me and stuff is very different. There we go. We deserve each other. It's like, you know, I want to keep him all to myself. I didn't really...
Rumor has it that Papoose would soon put the rock on Claressa's finger, as if that weren't enough. After hearing this, Remy became naturally agitated and started acting out. There is currently a rumor that she has been trying to get back into his life by sending him obscene movies and photos of herself on his phone. I'm not sure what he is if this isn't some demonic conduct. She is aware that this man has a serious relationship. Nevertheless, she continues to act in such a way. Fortunately, Papoose is not buying it, and Remy now appears more desperate than ever. Individuals have differing perspectives. One participant said, for instance, that a 1-year separation is acceptable. All in all, one person said that Remy fumbled a nice black man. In the past, Remy's boy had claimed to have been hammering it for at least 2 years. Pat had approached things slowly and deliberately, and it was clear that God had blessed his choice. Most women would have shied away from Remy's attempt to win Papoose back after cheating on him, but I'm curious what you think now. After everything, do you still think Papoose will go back to her? Don't forget to go here to view this chaotic video, and feel free to leave a comment below.